Inside this box is the recently reissued S scheme from the newly acquired Knitticker group. I decided on the navy and gum colorway. Not typically a navy shoe type of person. I would usually avoid that colorway, but the material that they used for this particular shoe I thought would last a little bit longer than the black and gray pair that has also been reissued. And I had already tried them on and stuff, so they're all laced up. As you can see, they come with navy laces and white laces. I already just laced them up with each one so you guys can get a look. I did try an extra pair of yellow laces from the Kragers on these, and they didn't look quite as good. I know that they have like a little yellow accent on the S branding. I'm not even sure the white looks good. This isn't white. This is a reflective gray 3M strip, and these are reflective 3M panelings over here. So yellow branding on the bottom with the gum sole. I don't think the white really fits, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to blow out a lace for the duration of these shoes unless you completely wreck this panel and ruin the lace loops that are sewed in right there. So unless you just kind of want to give it like an alternative look, or you don't want that much navy on the shoe, kind of break up the look. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just, I don't think it fits, but it is what it is. So here's the shoe with the navy. They used I'm pretty sure this is like a type of nubuck. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't feel like full-on like leather, so I think this is just this is like more like the nubuck that they would use with the gray and royal and even the black and royal Muscas. I don't think those are full grain leather either. They're just nubuck leather, and it's a smoother, shinier material, which is whereas with the black Muscas and the black schemes, they were using like that real felt-like almost type of nubuck, where it's, you know, it kind of seems like within like a couple of heavy sessions of flip tricks, you're gonna blow out that material. Not the Muscas actually, because they have the toe cap on it, but with the black schemes they have all throughout the shoe, where this is, like I said, like more of like a like not shiny, but like a more of a like a durable type of leather nubuck. So I figured this would last a little bit longer. And you can see 30 years S, because 2025 is their 30th anniversary. I figured they'd probably just go ahead and just roll out with the branding of that insole right now. So you get different types of paneling in this shoe. This was originally debuted in 2000, where it was branded to be one of the most technical skate shoes out to date. And I do have a couple of CCSs where I can kind of flip through and show the original styling of them. I'll talk about this one first. So like I said, a couple of different layers of paneling. You do have a little bit of mesh in the very upper onto the toe panel and throughout the tongue. The tongue is very, very fat. if you're one of those people who just cannot stand a big beefy shoe, this definitely is not for you. First trying them on, I didn't even have them laced up, and they were kind of staying to my feet. I mean, there's a little bit of heel lift if you're not lacing them, but with the tongue centering straps there, the big fat tongue, and this does sit a little bit higher up on the foot than your like Excel or Sophisto or I don't know, most of your basic style S shoes, where they'll probably sit a little bit lower. This does go way up, like a little bit higher. It's not a mid type shoe. It's not like a mid shoe style, but it does sit a little bit higher up. This is just a 3M reflective paneling that just goes all the way around. I doubt it goes all the way down through to the sole. It's probably just stitched right there and right there. So I guess you get a little bit of extra paneling on the toe cap for some durability. To the bottom, the sole, you do have some very tacky gum rubber. You do have like a thinner style zigzag, whereas like if you use like an XL or even the Musca, they have like those big fat zigzags that go across. It's gonna create a little less surface area, but it's gonna probably provide a little less grip on the grip tape on the board, but they'll probably last a little bit longer, whereas like this will give you a lot of grip but won't last quite as long, which it is what it is. Not very flexible at all to start. Very stiff. But walking around in them yesterday, it didn't really affect the way I feel like it would. It wouldn't feel like it would affect you on the board. You could probably skate these fresh out of the box. That gum rubber goes all the way up through here, and then where the navy bits are, EVA foam here, all throughout here, and wrapping identical to the other side. You do have kind of rubberized bumps stitched to the forefoot, and you also have the hidden lace loops that are right there. You don't have any other option. This will provide a little extra wear and protection for your ollies, and maybe even, I don't know, if you would flick through that area, I guess. Little raised bumps right here that do stick out quite a bit, so that's going to provide some extra stability to the middle of the shoe. Like I said, it's very stiff EVA foam, lots of paneling, so your shoe is going to be very sturdy. You have pull tabs on the tongue and the heel. Easy to open up the shoe, slide your foot in there. It is still a sock liner, but just a little bit of a different texture to it, whereas you're not using like almost like a terry cloth material on the inside. It's just a different type of cotton that has kind of rectangular pattern to it. Probably not going to provide any extra benefit there. You do have plastic lace loops all the way to the top, and I don't think anybody would ever use those. But I'll show what the original shoe from 2000 looked like. I have late spring. If we get to the shoe section for S, you have the original schemes right here. I've never had one of these pairs from back then, so I wouldn't be able to compare one-to-one what it would be like. But you do notice at the bottom of the, where the sole is, a heel bubble airbag. And it also looks like the EVA foam. If you look at the, you can't probably see it through here, but where the partitions are in the sole, it looks like the EVA foam goes all the way through, and they obviously had to change this part to accommodate the heel there. So it looks like this section didn't exist, so you can fit the heel bag in there, and the EVA foam doesn't quite go as far down through here, and it doesn't exist here at all. So they just made that rubber sole and filled the gap a little bit better down this way. I don't know if that adds any added benefit or durability. It might add some durability to it. I don't know why the heel bag was omitted from this style of shoe. I know that the scheme came out in 2018 as well, to where S probably had less of a budget to incorporate a heel bag through there, or maybe they just found it to be pointless. I don't know. I personally don't think that airbag in the heel or anywhere has any kind of added benefit when it comes to impact protection. I feel like you're gonna feel the impact no matter what. I don't know if it just reduces weight. I also feel like this EVA foam kind of reduces weight rather than going full rubber all the way up here. But again, to recap, if you don't like bulky, big old skate shoes, this definitely isn't going to be for you. This rides kind of higher up on the foot. This kind of covers, just below the ankle. This rides up high on around the heel. Definitely cups you in, keeps you secured, locked in. The triple stitch toe cap probably lasts a fairly decent amount of time. The first shoe I ever reviewed was the S Sparta, and I think that was from 2018. It was the black and gray pair. I bought those in an 8.5, and they fit very small and snug. They also used the same sole, and I don't know if they decided to beef up the depth of the rubber and the treads for this particular model, now that they're part of Nedeker Group and have a little bit of a better budget to spend on things like materials. So the Sparta did not last me very long at all. They were probably the most disappointing S or Soltech shoe I've ever had. I'm hoping that we get better quality and results as far as durability when it comes to their shoes now. This feels like they did go a little bit deeper with the grooves. They did go a little bit thicker with the actual rubber of the sole. So I'm a little bit more excited to skate these. I don't feel like I'll need to walk around in them, wear them up a little bit to break them in before just skating them. I feel like I'll be able to just kind of take them right out of the box. Of course, you'll have like your initial resistance of like how sticky this stuff is, so just a couple of flips that you're not trying to land or anything like that, just to kind of wear it in. They do retail for a little over 100, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. The reissue, they know that people are going to be going after them just for mostly nostalgia purposes, or just to be seen walking around in them. Some people may not even bother skating them. I feel like I want to try them out. So there's that. As far as sizing, I would say go definitely a half size up. My big toe kind of sits right here by where the stitching is, like a little bit above the stitching of the toe cap. And in most S shoes, like the newer type of Excel OG, the 197s, the Tribo Vario, the Muscas. I am an 8.5. I got this in a 9, kind of like I did with the Krager and the 298s. So half size up. Definitely a big bulky shoe. If you're not into it, don't get it, or just buy them to look at them. But if nothing else, it's a fun shoe to try to use. Definitely a nostalgic type of shoe. Definitely fits that late 90s, early 2000s era where shoes and pants were big and decks were small. All that fun stuff. All right. Thanks for watching.